Right. I guess tomorrow will be SPM BM exam. Yeah, it should be very little people today. I mean, very few people can join for today's live for metrics. What do it mean by live for metrics? I don't get you. Yeah, actually, I guess the class will start in a few minutes. So, how is your preparation for your BM paper? Because I guess your BM exam is tomorrow, isn't it? So is that very difficult? I mean, for the BM right now, because I took this paper like 10 years ago. I mean, more than 10 years. Hello. So yeah, today we're going to discuss about the Pahang paper 2. I hope that paper is not too hard. Yeah, this is what I want to say also, because tomorrow is a BM paper. And yeah, at least have a 4 viewer here. Okay, just do not want to waste your time. I guess we will actually start to discuss about the paper 2. So first thing is I will trying to share my screen to you. So can you actually read the question? Can you actually see the first question, which is simultaneous equation? Should be able to see it, isn't it? Okay, so we will start the discussion in 4 seconds. Okay, so today we are going to discuss about the Pahang MF paper for 2016. This is Pahang Tri paper for 2016, and this is paper 2 for MF. All right, so let's have a look on the first question. So the first question here actually is the simultaneous equation. It should be very easy. So what I will do is, from the first question I see over here, what I will do is I try to make the y as a subject. So y basically equals to 5 minus 2x. I'm going to call this one first equation. And then from here, I can actually get, just substitute into my second equation here. So my y squared minus 2x equals to 5xy. So I will just change whatever y you see over here into the bracket, which I will substitute 5 minus 2x into it. 5 minus 2x. And then I just expand it, so I get 25 minus 20x plus 4x squared minus 2x equals to 25x minus 10x squared. All right, so I will move the x squared to one side. I mean, solve the x squared. It will become 14x squared. And then I move the x to the other side. It becomes minus 45x. Sorry, we still have minus 2x here. So here should be minus 47 x, and then we have a number here which is plus 25 equals to 0, and then we're trying to factorize this one. Since the number is quite big, so I will try to use maybe 2x and 7x equals to 0, and then I want to get, if 5 here will be 35, if 5 here will be 10. Cannot be. 35 and 10 is 45. But I will guess 5x, 25x minus 10x squared. Yep. Is it 14 and 1? If 14x here and 1x here, I will actually use 5. 5, 14, no, it's no way. I mean 1 and 25. If 1 here is 14, 25, no. I guess we can't solve this one without getting decimal. Oh, that's why the questions actually say leave your answer in 3 decimal. So that means you will need to actually use the other formula, which is x equals to negative b plus minus square root b squared minus 4ac divided by 2a. Because they say leave your answer in 2 decimal. So you should know your b actually equals to negative 47. And then plus minus square root, and then negative 47 square minus 4, a will be 14, and c will be 25, divided by 2a, 214. And then you should be able to get 2 different answers. So let me just use the calculator for this one. I guess you can do this one very fast. So I will say 14, negative 47, and 25. Yep, you will get one of the answer for x should be 2.694. And the other answer for x should be 0.663. Because the question says 3 decimal. I guess that's all for this question. What mic I'm using right now? Actually, I'm using the Blue Yeti mic. I guess you can buy it on Mid Valley or even Laoya if you stay in KL. Yeah, you can go online to check for Blue Yeti mic. Yeah, maybe I type for you just in case you can't understand what I'm saying. Okay, so yeah, that's all for the first question. Okay, so let's move on to the second question over here. So I will just erase the whatever thing I have it here. Okay, the atmosphere's pressure, no, the atmospheric pressure X measured in mm of mercury for its altitude Hx measured in the meter above the sea level is given by this formula. So where T is a temperature in the degrees Celsius, and find the atmospheric pressure. So that means the question going to ask you to find this one is basically X. The question asks you to find the X on the Mount Everest, which have an altitude of approximately 8900. So I know Hx is equals to 8900. And then if the temperature, so I know basically T equals to 1. And then give your answer in 3 decimal. So I will just substitute everything into the equation. I have it here. And then I find the values of X. Okay, so basically this is the idea. So what I will do is this one is 8900 equals to 30 multiply 1, which is 30, plus 8000, and then log 10, 760 over X. So what I will do is I will just move this one to the other side. It's just divide 8030, and then I will get log 10, 760 over X. Okay, and then I will move my log 10 to the other side. It's become 10 power of the answer here. So the answer here for 8900 divided by 8030. Oops. Let me just type again. 8900 divided by 8030. Yeah, you should get a number something like 1.1083. So I move my log 10 to the other side, it becomes 10 power of the answer here. This is 60 over x. So x basically equal to 760 divided my answer here. So I will say 10 power of answer. So I will divide by 12.8335. Okay, so 760 divided by my answer. So I will get the x equals to 59.22. All right, it's not too difficult. If you understand, this one is just the substitution. Okay, so for B, okay, Alfred deposit 4,000 in the mutual trust fund. The total amount of his saving after n years is given by this formula. Okay, this formula is after n years. Okay, where R is the interest per year. Okay, so calculate the minimum number of the year is taken for his saving to exceed 7,000. So in this case, okay, what I will do, I'm trying to get after n years. So I was trying to get n equals to 1, which is the A. Correct or not? So what I will do is I try to substitute the 1 into the formula. So which is 4,000. This is 1 plus. The percentage is 2.5. You cannot write 2.5 here. You got wrong. You have to change it to the percentage. I mean change to the decimals. This one should be 0.025. Okay, so it's plus 0.025. And then this is R. This is R. This is the interest rate over here. And then power of n. So your n over here should be 1. Okay, so no, this is not the progression. No need to do until so many things. So they'll ask about it will take for his saving to exceed the value. So I want to find the time. Okay, minimum year. So I will say bigger than 7,000. So what I will do it over here is I will actually move the 4,000 to the other side. It becomes 7,000 over 4,000. This one I will join them together is 1 plus 1.025 power of n. And then for this sort of question, it's very easy. Just add a log for both sides. When I write LG actually stand for log base 10. All right. When I write LG actually stand for log base 10. So in the log world, I can move the power in front, become n multiply this one. Log 1.025. So here it will be log 7 over 4. So I want to find the n, I will just move the log 1.025 to the other side. I will get n is bigger than certain value, and then I will use the calculator to solve this one. Yeah, log 1.025. So yeah, I will get bigger than 22.66. So my n is equals to 23 because they will ask for the minimum years, minimum number of years, minimum. Because if I bigger than 22.66, I can get 23, 24, 25, 26 until infinity. However, if they want the minimum one, so 23 will be the minimums. All right, this is the idea. So let's move on to the question number 3 here. Solution by skill drawing is not accepted, obviously. So diagram 3 show a 3-point P, Q, and S in the Cartesian plan. So the straight line PQ is perpendicular to the straight line RS. Yeah, we saw the 90-degree symbol over there, which is here. Okay, so yeah, and QS is intersect with the y-axis as the equation of the QS is given. So yeah, we have the equation. So from here, y equals to mx plus c. At least we can know the coordinate for s. S should be 0, -5. Okay, because our c is -5 here. All right, so find the equation of PQ. So yeah, this is sort of bonus mark. So first thing is I know the gradient for QS. Gradient for QS should be 2. Okay, because I can see it here. Since they are perpendicular, I will say gradient of PQ multiply gradient of QS should equals to -1. So in order to get the gradient of PQ, I will just substitute my 2 into here. So my gradient of PQ, I move the 2 to the other side, become 1/2. All right, so I got the gradient and I have a coordinate. Then I can straight away get the equation. Y minus y1 equals to mx minus x1. So y basically equals to -12x plus 3/2 plus 6. 6 will be 12. 12 plus 3 over 2, yeah, you can say plus 6 lah. All right, so you will use calculator to solve this one. Calculator will tell you is 15 over 2. All right, done. This is equation of PQ. This is equation PQ. All right, this is how we actually get the equation. You just need to have a gradient, and then you need to have a coordinates, and then, yeah, just substitute into each. So the PQ is extended to the point R. Okay, so find the value of R. All right, so in this case, the PQ actually extended to the point R. Yeah, we do not know where exactly is the R. So what I will do is I try to extend it. So you say PQ equals to 2, QR equals to 3, maybe somewhere here. At least the ratio must look like 2 and 3. Okay, so, yep. And then find the coordinate of R. So in order to find the coordinate R here, I do not know which is XY. We will need to find the coordinate Q first. Q is very easy to find because it's intersection of two equations. So you substitute this equation over here into the y equals to 2x minus 1. Y equals to 2x minus 5. Okay, so yeah, I will just, maybe I can use elimination method here since I have y and y, I minus them. So I got 0 equals to negative half negative 5 over 2x, and then 15 over 2 plus 5 will be plus 25 over 2. All right, so I will get 5x over 2 equals to 25 over 2. So x equals to 5. Then I can just substitute back into that to find the y. So I substitute back into here. So y equals to 2, 5 minus 5. Y is also 5. Yeah, 10 minus 5 is 5. So I can get the coordinate Q easily from here, which is 5, 5. Right, I hope I don't make any mistake here. Yeah, then what I will do it here is, yeah, I want to find the coordinate R. So you draw the straight line because this one is very ugly. I mean, it should be very straight. Yeah, R is here. So we have P, which we have the coordinate 3, 6. And then we have Q, which we have the coordinate 5, 5. And then we don't have the R. R should be XY. But then we have the ratio 2 and 3. So I will use the ratio formula to actually solve this one. If you understand the ratio formula, this one should be very easy to do. Just do the substitution only. So I will say x, 3 multiply the further ratio, and x multiply the further ratio. Okay, that means x cannot multiply with 3, and 3 cannot multiply with 2. All right, so I will get 3 multiply 3 plus 2 multiply x over total ratio, which is 5, should equals to 5, the first one. The second one, I will do the same thing. I mean, 3 multiply with 6 plus 6 multiply with y over 5 equals to 5 as well. So this one is 9 plus 2x equals to 25. And 2x will equals to 16. Okay, so x equals to 8. So I will do this one. This one is 18 plus 6y equals to 25. I mean, 6y should equals to 7. Y equals to 7 over 6. Yeah, I hope it's correct, even though, yeah, normally we will get a whole nice number. Yeah, I mean, we seldom actually get a fraction for y. So I will actually just trying to double confirm if my answer is correct or not. This is question number 3. And I have my marking scheme over here. Yeah, 8 and 7 over 2, which is correct. Okay. So we get R, which is 8 and 7 over 2. Okay. Good luck, everyone, for BM. Tomorrow, may God bless you. Sleep early and prepare well for your tomorrow. Yeah, BM is kind of very important paper. So make sure you do prepare well on that. Okay. Point N is such that the distance from P is equal distance from Q. This one does mean they want the distance P to M is equals to the distance Q to M. All right, so this one basically is a locus. So and they ask you to find equation of locus. So we do not have the P. So P, I will assume the coordinate is xy. But I guess we have, I mean M, we don't have the M. We should have the P. P should be 3, 6. And Q should be 5, 5. This is 3, 6. This is Q should be 5, 5. So what I will do is I just use a distance formula to solve this kind of question. So I say square root PM, I will say x minus 3 square plus y minus 6 square is equals to the square root, and then QM, coordinate Q and M. So it will be x minus 5 square plus y minus 5 square. And then I just solve this equation, then I can easily get the correct answer. So square root and square root I will cancel out. And then I just expand it, x squared minus 6x plus 9 plus y squared minus 12y plus 36 equals to the x squared minus 10x plus 25 plus y squared minus 10y plus 25. All right, there's so many x squared and y squared here. I will just simplify the x squared. I will simplify the y squared. All right, so I will move the 10x to the other side. 10x minus 6x, I will got 4x here. And then I will move the 10y to the other side. I get negative 2y. Then the number here is 45. 45 minus 50, I will get negative 5 equal to 0. Yeah, this one should be the equation of locus for M. Yeah, 4x minus 2y minus 5 equal to 0. So yeah, just like this. It's very easy. Whenever you see locus over here, just use the distance formula. Remember, whenever you see the locus, just use the distance formula. Okay, so let's move on to this one. Okay, this one they ask you to sketch the graph y equals to negative sine 3 over 2x. All right, so yeah, this is a lot of information here. So what 3 over 2 equals to 1.5. That means I will need to sketch 1.5 cycle in 2 pi. So what I will do is I'm trying to sketch this graph, make it look nice. And then negative play a very important rule here. If you have a negative, that means if sine graph, you start from top to bottom, right? You have to start from bottom to top. This is what happens when you have negative. So you can see how I draw it here. So I'm going to draw a sine graph, which is 1 cycle here. And then, but this one is tell me 1.5. So that means I have to draw another half cycle. Okay, so I assume here should be same length. Okay, so here should be 2 pi. Okay, here should be 2 pi. And then, yeah, here should be pi. So you want to know how is the angle go? You have to divide them into the gaps here. So I how many here? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 2 pi I will divide it by 6. So that means the gap should be pi over 3. That means the first one is 0. Then this one is pi over 3. Then this one is 2 pi over 3. This is 3 pi over 3. This one should be 4 pi over 3. And then this is 5 pi over 3. The answer should be 6 pi over 3, which is 2 pi. All right, so after you got this one, and then you should know your amplitude is 4. So that means my maximum here should be 4 and my minimum here should be negative 4. That's all. You can easily get the 4 mark. So you have to understand how to sketch this one. But of course, I will actually draw x and y axis here to make it look nicer. I even will give it the equation, negative 4 sine 3 over 2x. Okay, it's just this easy. And then hence use a suitable, hence using the same axis, sketch the suitable graph. So that means we have to actually substitute the y into this equation. But y actually equals to negative 4 sine 3 over 2x. We don't have the negative 4 sine 3 over 2x. So what I will do is I try to move the 4 sine 3 over 2x to the other side. To make it have negative. And it's hang again. I hope the graph is not missing. If not, we have to sketch again. Okay. So what I will do is I move the whole equation to the other side, become negative. So we have negative pi over x equals to negative 4 sine 3 over 2x. And this is exactly the y, isn't it? So we can say y equals to negative pi over x. All right, so if I have this, so what I will do is I will actually sketch out a table, and then I will need to substitute my coordinate into it. So I will do x and y. All right, so what I will do first is I will assume x equals to 0, y equals to negative pi over 3. All right, it's interesting. Oh, no. If x equals to 0, x cannot equal to 0. X equal to 0 is for this one, you will get math error. So I will try to say, yeah, I randomly give it some value. I mean, just now we actually get this is pi over 3. I mean, this is 2 pi over 3, 3 pi over 3, 4 pi over 3, and 5 pi over 3. So I will, since I can't put 0, so I'm trying to put pi over 3 here. So when x equals to pi over 3, since this one, x is at the bottom, this one you will need more than 2 coordinates. Because what? Is x is in the bottom, mean this one is a reciprocal graph. Reciprocal. So reciprocal graph, you will need at least 5 to 6 points. So when x equals to pi over 3, you just substitute pi over 3 into it, you should get -3. If not mistaken, let me see. Y equals to negative pi over 3 divided by, I mean, yeah, equals to negative pi over 3. Yeah, y equals to -3, which is correct. Okay, so then the next thing I try to give it to both more coordinate. When this is pi, so I will actually get -1. Okay, so if this is, I mean, this is 2 pi, or you can say 4 pi over 3, it doesn't matter, but I'm kind of lazy, so I will actually straight away do 2 pi. So if I do the 2 pi here, I will actually get 2 pi over 2 pi equals to y. Yeah, y basically equals to -1 over 2. Okay, so I have all these coordinates. So what I will do is I will actually substitute it back. Now this is reciprocal, so it should look like this. From -3, I mean, to -half. So you should have a line look like this. Okay, so yep. So basically, you know your maximum will be 4, your minimum should be -4. Okay, so yeah, but let me draw nicely a bit. Should be something look like this. Okay, this is what happened for reciprocal. You can just try to plot it, and then you can still, yeah, you can still got the correct answer. So do a loss of live streaming 15 and 16, please. Oh, you mean on the question 15 and 16? I mean, is it for paper 2? No, we in this paper we are up to 15 only. We don't have 16. Yeah, it's very depend. And basically today will be the last streaming for this year, I guess. Okay, so let's have a look on the where am I? Yeah, let's have a look on the, yeah, they ask you to state the number of solution. We haven't state, we have to state the intersection point, which is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's definitely you're passing through here as well into the half. So you will get 4. So the number of solution basically is 4. Okay, so you just write a 4 here. Yeah, basically I will do the, I mean, like, because next week the SPM start already. So my live streaming actually will stop before the SPM start. Just for your information. Okay, so let's have a look on the next one. The teacher bought a house X. Find the values of house after appreciate 7% annually. So it's given that the values of the house after 2 years is, okay, is 110,000. Okay, so what I will do it here is basically I will call the first year, which is A here. I will call A as X. So X, and then we will have the next one. Okay, since we know appreciate 7%, that means 100% plus 7%. So we have 107%. 107% change in the decimal should be 1.07. So this one I know is multiply 1.07. And then a lot of students ask me, why do you know this is GP? Most of the time, whenever you see percentage, it's GP. All right, so the next one is basically 1.07x. And the next one is just multiply 1.07 again, then you will get a next one. So what's the meaning of after 2 years? So let's say this is a value you bought a house. So this one is after 1 year. So you will go into a T2. And then this one is after 2 years, you go into a T3. So after 2 years over here actually mean T3. So since we know our R is 1.07 and I know my A is X, so I can basically know that T3 is equals to 110,000. So T3, the formula is ARN minus 1. A is X, R is 1.07, N minus 1, which is power 3 minus 1, which is 2. So equals to 110,000. So X basically is the thing you want to find in the first part. I will just use the 110,000 divided by 1.07 power of 2. So basically I will get 96078.26. All right, this is the value of X. Mean this is the original price of the house before it's appreciated. Right, so then estimate the values of the house 8 years after the purchase. So at 8 years after the purchase, you should know this one means T9. Right, because after 2 years means T3, that means you know you have to N plus 1. So what I will do is ARN minus 1. This is A, isn't it? 96078.26 is my A. Okay, and then my N minus 1, 9 minus 1, which is 8. So I will just do this number. Oops, AR, where is the R go? R is 1.07. And then 9 minus 1, which is 8. So multiply 1.07 power of 8. So you should get 165080.34. Okay, this is how much your house actually earned after 8 years. So you basically, if you're doing the math here, you actually earn about 55,000 if the house appreciates 7% each year. Yeah, it's actually earned quite a lot of money. All right, so yeah, that's all. We solved this one. Find a minimum number of years when the house is to be double of its original value. So since we know this one is original value, so I'm going to multiply 2. So what I will do is I will say Tn minimum, right? So that means it have to be bigger or equals to the value here multiply 2. 96078.26 multiply 2. So you will get 192156.52. All right, so Tn, we know the formula for Tn. Tn, which is ARN minus 1. So my A is basically 96078.26. R is 1.07. And then power N minus 1 bigger than this one, bigger or equals to 192156.52. So this one actually is the original price, right? This is double of it. So if I move this one to the other side, what I will got is just become 2. So I get 1.07 N minus 1 is bigger equals to 2. Because you just use this number divided by this number, you will easily get 2. So what I will do next is I will actually add the log for both sides. So I get log 1.07 power of N minus 1 equals to log 2. Then we know power actually we can move in front, become N minus 1. All right, and then the log 1.07, I will move to the other side. It just become divide. I mean, this symbol should be bigger or equal. Okay, so it should be divide log 1.07. And then you have a minus 1 here. You have to move to the other side, become plus 1. So I'll do log 2 over log 1.07. Then this value I will plus 1. So I actually get bigger or equals to 11.24. So yeah, so they actually ask about the minimum number of years for the values of house. So since the N need to be 12. Yeah. So which school are you teaching? Last time I actually teach in the private homeschool for IGCSE level. I don't actually teach in the government school, but I do teach the tuition for government school. So this is the reason why I graduate from government school as well lah. So this is the reason why I actually know about all this. Okay, so you will actually get n equals to 12. But n equals to 12 over here, I mean bigger or equals to 11.24. Okay, so n equals to 12 over here actually mean T12. But T12, they ask the minimum years for the value of the house is double. So this one, basically, I guess the answer should -1. Because what? N equals to 12. Because just now we haven't plus the first one, isn't it? So I guess in order to double the value, you need to be after 11 years. Okay, if you don't write the word after, you can actually straight away write minimum number of years. You can write 12 years. I guess both is correct because here the marking schemes right after 11 years. I find a little bit of confusing, but then I can understand what the question trying to say. Okay, so it's hang again. So I will actually close and open it again. Okay, so let's move on to this one. Okay, the mean and median income of overtime per month for 100 workers at the factory is 200. So over here, I know my means is basically 200, and my median is basically 150, and total number of workers should be 100. Okay. Up on review, it was found that one of the workers whose overtime income was 230, but was mistaken record at 320. So actually, your sum of x, okay, mean equals to sum of x over n. Your sum of x here actually have one value is record wrongly one, which is 320. Supposedly, it should be 220. So actually, I guess the factory actually trying to make some correction. So this is the reason why you have the new mean. Okay, this is the logic over here. So what I was trying to do, I try to find the sum of x here. So what I will do is, okay, mean is 200, sum of x is unknown, and n is 100 because we have 100 workers. So sum of x basically is 20,000. Okay, so the O value is basically 320. That means among the 20,000 ringgit here, you have 320, which is the wrong one. The right one, suppose, is 230. So what I will do is I try to minus it. So I want to know about, because the question actually asked me to find the new mean. So after I minus it, I will get 90. So this is the reason. So I know this one actually already extra 90. So what I will do is, in order to find a new mean, what I will do is I will use the sum of x here minus 90 because this one have extra 90. Supposedly 230 record until 320. So divided by the total number of workers, which is 100. Then you should be able to get the correct answer. So you get 19910. So 199.1. Okay, this is how actually you get a new mean. All right, and then the question actually asks you to find a new median. All right, so since the median is 150, so you have 100 workers. That means you have 50 workers here, 50 workers here. And then, if the median is 150, it's possible it's both is 150 and 150 on the 50th and 51st. I mean, both number is 150 and 150, then you can get, the middle value is 150 and 150, then you can guess the median is 150, or both of this value, one of it should be, one of it maybe it can be 149, and the other one should be 152. 151, sorry. 151. Then you can get median equal 150 as well. Now, you have to think something is like this. One of the value is 320. 320 might be somewhere here, I don't know. So this number actually changed to 230. So from 320 change to 230 at the position here. So it doesn't affect your median at all. So what's your new median? It's just 150. It just remain the same because the value at the back there, it doesn't affect, no matter how big is the value, it doesn't affect your middle value. All right, you must get the idea how to do this. Yeah, it's hang again, so you'll close and open again. Okay, so yeah, let's have a look on the B. Table 6 show a performance of the student who participate in the archery competition, which consists of 10 rounds. So this is the score they get from 10 rounds between the student A and student B, who has more consistent performance. Like, yeah, just recently the AddMath question, they love to ask about which one is more consistent. So whenever you see more consistent, especially in the statistic topic, it means which one have the lowest standard deviation value. Lower standard deviation means it actually is deviation. Lower standard deviation means it is more consistent. Means if one of it you get a very high value on your standard deviation, the other one is lower, choose the lower one. The lower one is much more consistent. All right, so yeah, we should know about the formula to get the standard deviation, which is square root sum of x squared over n minus sum of x over n, which is the mean here, square. Okay, so if I understand about this one, so I was going to find a standard deviation for A. So sum of x basically mean all the x plus together. So I'll do something like 7 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 5 plus 9 plus 10 plus 4 plus 7. Yeah, I hope I didn't miss up anything. So this one, yes, x squared, sorry. Okay, then this one is harder than I imagined. So you have to form a new table for square one. Okay, because they want actually square all the number here lah. So this one become 49, 64, 36, 64, 36, 25, 81, 100, 49, and 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so just now we got a 70. 70 should be here. Over 10 number squared. All right, there's sum of x squared. That means you have to sum all the square number here. 49 plus 64 plus 36 plus 64 plus 36 plus 25 plus 81 plus 100 plus 49 plus 16. Okay, so I get 520 over 10. Then we solve this one. Divided by 10 minus 7 square and square root the answer. So from here, you actually get the standard deviation, which is 1.7321. Okay, then I will do the I will do the standard deviation for B. So I will need to find the B square first. This one should be 81, 25, 49. 64, 49, 36, 64, 36, 49, 49. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, so I will find the standard deviation of B. So it's the same thing. I will do the sum of the x squared. So 81 plus 25 plus 25 plus 49 plus 64 plus 49 plus 36 plus 64 plus 36 plus 49 plus 49. Okay, it's 502. So this one is 502 over 10 number minus, the mean. 9 plus 5, 9 plus 5 plus 7 plus 8 plus 7 plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 7 plus 7. Yeah, it's 70 also. So it's 70 over 10 square. All right, so I will actually do this one. 50.2 minus 49. And then I square root the answer. This one actually get 1.0954. All right, among these two values, I know this one is more consistent because the standard deviation is lower. This one should be more consistent. Okay, this is how actually we do the more consistent. You need to know how to actually find the standard deviation from the ungrouped data. This one normally we call it ungrouped data. Because normally group data, you actually will see a range from 0 to 5 and then 6 to 10. Yeah, those is considered group data. This one is ungrouped data. Okay, it's hang again. So yeah, we finished section A already. Now we go to section B. Is there anything you want to ask me so far? Okay, this is linear law. I guess I'm not gonna draw this one for you, but I will explain about this question. Okay, this one, you have an equation which is y equals to mx power of n. Okay, from the table 7, construct a table for log y against log x. So you need to draw your own table here. And you're going to call it log 10x over log 10y. Then you have to follow back the value on the original table here. I mean, yeah. It should be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Need one more. Okay, so like log x, your x value is 1.26, right? You just use your calculator, log 1.26. Then you can get the value is 0.1. Same thing to log y. That means your log 0.73. You log 0.73. Yeah, this one should be negative 1.3, 0.14. So you will continue to finish the whole table here. So yeah, so what you need to do is you have to actually solve the equation, because the question actually asks you to actually plot log y against log x. So that means you know your y-intercept is log 10y and your x-intercept should be log 10x. So that means you need to actually solve this equation first. That means I will add log 10 for both sides. Okay, so log rule actually tells us that when it is multiplied, we have to separate them. Okay. Oops. There's no bracket here. Cannot simply add a bracket because the bracket only for power of x. Okay, so then I will actually regroup it, and I will move to the front. So this is exactly y equals to mx plus c pattern. So over here, we know this is our y, this is our x, which is over here log 10y and log 10x. So we know n basically is our gradient, and log m basically is our vertical intercept. So what you need to do is you just plot it, and then you find your gradient and you find your vertical intercept. Yeah, from here. Yeah, if you want to download this paper, maybe you can just go to the y equals to mx plus c group in Facebook. I would say it's Facebook group. And then I will try to upload this paper over there so that you can download the paper. Okay, so yeah, I guess that's all for this one. Yeah, if you draw it already, of course, you will get a table look something like this. Yeah, actually it hang a little bit. Oops. It just everything changed into a red color. Never mind. Let me just restart this one very, very quick. Okay. I mean, if you solve this one later, actually you will get a graph look like this. And then your vertical intercept you should get something to do with negative 0.3. So the question will ask you to find the n and m. So if you want to find m, you know m basically just now is your vertical intercept. And your vertical intercept in this case is negative 0.3. Let's say, so your m basically is not negative 0.3. You have to 10 power of negative 0.3. That's mean I move my log 10 to the other side. So you say 10 power negative 0.3. Then you will get the real value for m should be 0.5012. Okay, this is how you find your m value. And then if you want to find the n value, basically what you need to do is you have to find the 2 point which is on the line, and then you actually use the gradient formula to actually, you say n equals to y2 minus y1 over x2 minus x1. And then you solve this one, and then you can easily get your values of n. Okay. First time in the live stream, I can catch up a few things. Thanks, sir. Yeah, you're most welcome. I hope my video actually can help a lot of you to actually do well in your AddMath exam. Okay, so, okay, question number 8. Okay, this one should be the intersection. So the question actually tell you, yeah, you will have a curve and a straight line, and the equation is given. And then point A, yeah, and then the straight line actually intersect at the point A and then touch the x-axis. Okay. So therefore, okay, you want to find the coordinate A. Coordinate A is very easy because we know actually coordinate A is an intersection point. If coordinate A is an intersection point, right? So intersection point, we know we always can do simultaneous. So you just do the simultaneous over here. That's means I substitute the y into the equation here. So I have y plus 3x equals to 1. And my y basically equals to x plus 3 squared. Okay, I just substitute into here. So yeah, so therefore, I just solve this one to find x. So I have x squared plus 6x. I mean plus 6x. Yeah, I'm not sure why it hangs so often. Yeah, plus 6x plus 9 plus 3x minus 1 equals 0. Because I know this is quadratic. So 6x and 3x joined together is 9x. And then plus 8 equals 0. And then this one, you have two values here, which is x, which is plus 8 plus 1. So your x equals to negative 8 and then x equals to negative 1. Now you have some trouble already because you do not know which to choose. Yeah, you do not know which one to choose to actually, yeah, to actually, okay, you're not sure which one to choose for your coordinate A. So what I will do is I trying to find this coordinate. Then it can help me to know which one to choose. So this one is basically x-intercept of the curve. So I just make the y become 0. So this is the equation of curve, right? I just make y equal to 0. 0 equals to x plus 3 squared. So x plus 3 equals to square root 0, which is 0. So x equals to negative 3. If I know this one is negative 3, that means I should know this value should be bigger than negative 3, which is negative 1. Okay, so I will reject this value. So therefore, I know this is my x values of A. So of course, I will need to find the y value. So I will substitute back into the equation. Y plus 3 negative 1. 3 negative 1 equals to 1. So y basically equals to 4. So therefore, your coordinate A should equals to negative 1 and 4. Okay, so can you do some video about integration only? I do have few video about integration. You can go to my YouTube channel, and then inside my channel there you will see a small search button. You click on it, and then you type integration. I should have the few video about integration. Or actually you can check out most of my recently the state paper discussion. I guess no matter paper 1 or paper 2 also have the integration question. Yeah. So where do you teach? I'm from 4 student. Will you do such video in next year? I'm not sure yet about next year. And I actually have my own studio in Kuchai Lama. If you know where is exactly Kuchai Lama, it's a small town in KL. Yeah. and that's the and this is the place I make all my video here. Okay, anyways, just let me continue. We are a little bit off of topic. So we actually get the coordinate A already. And then for the part B, actually, they ask us to find the area of shaded region. And if you can find out, actually, it's hanged already. So, yeah, so I will need to restart it. Just wait for a while. Yeah, all the information is missing, but luckily I can still remember some. Oops. No. Okay. Everything is missing here, so I guess I can still remember some of the information. This one should be -1. This one should be -3, and the coordinate here should be -1 and 4. So we know here is basically 4, and yeah. So we want to find an area of shaded region. So what I would do is basically I will integrate the curve from zeros from -1 to 0. So if I integrate the curve from -1 to 0, I actually will get the sort of area like this. This is -1, which is the A here. With the A here. So basically I will get the whole area. Okay, but then this is not the shaded region. So in order to find the shaded region, I will need to actually minus the trapezium. I will need to minus the trapezium at the bottoms of the, yeah, if I minus this trapezium here, then I can actually get the area of the shaded region. So this is how actually I get the area of shaded region. So I will need to integrate the curve first. So if I integrate the curve, basically it's quite easy. So I will integrate the curve. So from -1 to 0, and then the curve basically is x plus 3 squared dx. And then this is area of the curve lah. Or I can say curve area. Okay, just for you to understand. So when I do the integration, I will just power plus 1 divided by total power. And then differentiate inside. 1x actually will give you a 1 at the bottom. And then this is 0 and -1. So what I will do is I substitute 0 into the x here. I will get 3 power of 3, which is 27 over 3. Minus I substitute -1 into the x here. I will get 2. 2 power of 3 is 8. So I'll get 8 over 3. So therefore, the answer for the whole curve is 19 over 3. But I guess this one is not the shaded region yet because it gives you 4 marks. This is the whole shaded region under the curve. So we need to minus a trapezium. So for this trapezium, we need to get some value. Since we know here is 4, so it's quite easy to understand that here is 4. And then here, this one is a y-intercept. Y-intercept is 1. You can get it from this equation. You find out the c. So 0 to 1 here will be 1, and here will be 1 unit. So this area of trapezium is half a plus b multiply height. Okay, which is 5 over 2. So in order to get the shaded region, I will say 19 over 3 minus 5 over 2. And then I will use the calculator to solve this one. So you will actually get the final answer should be 23 over 6. Yeah, if you want to write the unit, you just write unit square. But if even you don't write, I think in this topic should be okay. Yeah, I think I will sort of do the discussion next year, but I can't actually promise anything right now because next year is still very far from now. So why not intercept -1? So why not the intercept -1 cos rearrange the formula again, sir? I don't actually get what are you trying to say. Oh, okay. You mean you can rearrange this equation, become y equals to -3x plus 1. Then you should know your y-intercept is 1. Okay, so you should know your y-intercept is 1 and your gradient is -3 because of the y equals to mx plus c. Okay. So yeah, I hope you can actually understand that. Okay, let me reply a message. Okay, so yeah, I hope actually you can get the idea. Okay, then let's move on to the next part. I mean, yeah, I don't know, it doesn't let me move already. Okay, so yeah, then okay, volume. C is the volume generated in terms of pi when the region passed by the curve x-axis and x equals to 1 revolve 360 about the y-axis. So basically this one is going to rotate about the y-axis here. So let me just do some operation. Yeah, it just don't let me scroll. I don't know why. Okay, anyways, yeah, we have to find the region. So I guess the region okay, is passed by the curve. A curve x equals to -1 and the x-axis. I guess the question trying to say about this region. Okay, I mean, yeah, you should be able to see this curve region. And then this region basically going to rotate 360 degree on the x-axis. Okay, so what I would do is I would just integrate it. So in order to get the volume, I know the formula is pi. And then here is like, from here is -3 to 1, to -1. And then here should be y squared because here is dx. So y squared, my y equation just now equals to x minus 3 squared, isn't it? So if I square my y, this one will become power 4. Okay, so here is actually become x minus 3 power 4. Okay, so therefore I will just solve this one. So my volume equals to pi, and then we'll integrate it. So power plus 1, 4 plus 1 becomes 5 divided by total power. And then differentiate inside, I will get 1, I will write at the bottom, and -3 and -1. So my volume over here is basically pi. Substitute -1 into, I mean, it should be plus, sorry. It should be x plus 3, isn't it? Yeah, I can't scroll. Yeah, it's x plus 3. Okay, so therefore, I will actually get something like this. Okay, -1 is 2, okay, 3 minus 1 is 2. 2 power of 5 is 32 over 5. Okay, minus -3, 3 is 0. Yeah, it's just minus 0. So therefore, my volume equals to 33 over 5 pi. That's all. It's quite easy. I guess it's only 3 mark. Yeah, you just need to know how to do the integration. Then the whole thing actually is quite simple. Okay, so let me move on to the next part. Okay, question number 9 here. In the diagram 9, AOBDE is a semicircle with a center O and has a radius of 5. So the radius is 5, very easy. Okay, so ABC is a right angle triangle, obviously. All right, so okay, there's nothing very special here. So let's move on. Okay, I couldn't scroll here. Anyway, doesn't matter. Okay, so yeah, we were actually trying to use the ratio things to over here. So over here, the question tell me AD over DC will equals to 3.85. So I will add a 1 at the bottom here because this one is sort of ratio. And the question tell me second information, D equals to 2.31. Here DC actually equals to 1. You imagine if DC from 1 changed to 2.31, what happened from AD? AD need to multiply 2.31 as well because I multiply 2.31 for both. So I will get 3.85 multiply 2.31 and then I will get 8.8935. All right, this is how I actually get the length of AD. So, and then the question basically asked me to find a radian. So in order to find a radian, I try to find the distance A to C. Distance A to C. So distance AC from the diagram, we understand is AD plus DC. So AD is 8.8935 plus DC is 2.31. You have to understand you can never take this one as their length. This one actually is the ratio. Right, so you don't ever take this one as a length. This one is just a ratio. Right, so yeah, I find the length of AC. So I will actually plus 2.31. which is 11.2035. All right, so since I have the length of AC, and then I have the length of AB, which is 5510. This is 11.2035. Then I can find the angle easily by using cos. Cos angle basically is adjacent over hypotenuse. Of course, the question asks about radian, so I will change my calculator into the radian form first. And then I will do shift cos 10 over 11.2035. And then I will get my radian, it should be 0.4678. Okay, this is how I get my radian. I hope you can get it. Okay, then the question asks you to find about parameter of the area of segment ADE. Okay, so I want to find area of parameters, not area. I want to find a parameter of this segment. I have the length of AD already. It's over here, 8.8935. So now I just need to find the arc length ADE. Okay, so in order to find the arc length AD, we know the formula for arc length. S equals to R theta. So S equals to R theta, our R is 5, and our theta, we just got it over here, which is multiplied with 0.4678. Okay, so yeah, you just multiply it. And then, am I doing anything wrong here? I hope not. Yeah, we do something wrong here because this is not the data. No wonder I find it a bit weird. Okay, so because this one is this data, but then you want to find that one, you actually have to separate them. You have to draw one line over here. Okay, so you have to find out this angle because this is the angle you need to find for your arc length. So in order to find this angle, you should know this one is isosceles triangle because both of these is the same length. So if I know this theta is 0.478, I can get this one I call theta 2 lah. I can get the theta 2 by using pi, which is 180, minus both of these angle because both this angle is the same, isn't it? This angle and this angle is the same. So minus 2, 0.4678. So I will just find first. So I will do pi, or pi, he asked us to use 3.142. 3.142 minus 2 multiply 0.4678. Okay, so I will get 2.2064. All right, so if I got this one, yeah, this is my value here. This one should be 2.2064. Okay, then you multiply with 5. Multiply 5, you will get the arc length is 11.032. Okay, so yeah, so then we want to find a parameter. You just say 11.032 plus the length of AD, 8.8935. Then you should be able to get quite accurate answer here, 8.8935. Yeah, you should get 19.9255 centimeter. Okay, this is how actually we get arc length. And then, okay, so let's move on to the next part. Yeah, it's hang again. So I will need to close and open it again, almost every question. Okay, computer don't even let me function properly. I'm not sure why. Okay, let's see what we can do it here. Okay, my keyboard doesn't work at all. Interesting. Yeah, I have sort of technical issue here. I am not sure what happened here. All right, so I will actually trying to restart my computer and I'm trying to open it again. Yeah, some technical issue here. I can't open the OneNote at all. So yeah, just stay tuned. I will actually restart it and open it again. All right, I am back here. So yeah, there's some technical issue here. So let me just trying to solve the technical issue. Yes, I'm not sure why. Yeah, I'm already using the MacBook Pro. Maybe they're just not so suitable for doing live streaming. Yeah, I also hope I can buy a good quality laptop. Yeah, so okay, I need to open the OneNote. Just wait for a while. Okay, I will need to on my screen recording. And then I will actually share the screen to all of you again. Yeah, I think so. I don't know. It's just not so systematic here. Anyways, so okay, let's come back to this one. Okay. Okay, now I can actually touch and move. Okay, I know it. Okay, so yeah, where are we just now? Just now, I guess we already found the parameter of the, yeah, never mind. So what we do it here is, let me just explain again, the fast one. So we actually need to break this one. We have to separate this one. And then we know these two angles is the same. So we can actually get this angle, let's call it alpha. So alpha basically equals to pi, which is 3.142 minus both of this angle. Both of this angle we just got, which is 0.4678. So I guess we get 2.2064. If I don't remember wrongly, 3.142 minus 2 multiplied 0.4678. Yep. So after you got this angle already, you can find the arc length easily. R S equal to R theta. Then you just multiply the theta. Then you just multiply with 5. You get the arc length basically equals to 11.032. So the question actually asks you to do the perimeter. So perimeter of the segment. So it's very easy. So you just do the arc length, which is perimeter equals to 11.032 plus the length of AD. Okay, because yeah, we have to use the arc length plus the AD. AD we have over here, which is 8.8935. 8.8935. Then we can get the parameter easily, which is plus 8.8935. Okay, so it's 19.9255 centimeter. Okay, so yeah, so then we go to the part C. They want the area of the shaded region BCDF. Okay, BCDF. Where is BCDF? Okay, BCDF should be here. I mean this area. Okay, so they are looking for that area. So what I'm trying to do it here is, let me think. Okay, yeah, just now we already separate like this, isn't it? This one should be 2.2064. So I can get this angle here because I'm going to use the whole triangle minus 2 sector here. This is the first sector I'm going to minus. I mean, not, I mean not 2 sector. I will use the whole triangle minus this small triangle and this small sector. Okay, this triangle is quite easy to find. I can actually solve it here. This triangle is just half AB, 5 multiply 5 multiply sine C. C, which is 2.2064. Okay, and then this sector is not too hard also. But then for this sector, what you need to do is basically you will need the angle on between here. So in order to get this angle, you know 180 equals to pi. So I will use pi to minus the angle beside it. So I will say 3.142 minus 2.2064. So I will actually get the angle, which is 0.9356. So in order to get this area, I will say half r squared theta. Theta will be 0.9356. All right, so then we got both of this area already. So what I will do is I will just use the area of triangle minus both of these ones. So this area of triangle depends, if you want to find the height AC also can, then you can use half multiply base multiply height. If you don't want the whole triangle, I will use the sine rule to actually find it. I will use the sine rule to find it. So it's just same half length of AC multiply length of AB. AC, we got it somewhere here, yeah. 11.2035 multiplies AB, which is 10, then multiply sine the angle on between, which is 0.64678. Yep. So, and then I will got this answer. I will minus both small triangle and small sector. Okay, this one basically is the method. So I will try to use calculator to solve this one. 11.2035. Okay, multiply 10, multiply sine 0.4678. Okay, so the area of triangle should be 25.2596 centimeter square, definitely. And then this small sector here, I will just, okay, I just write at the bottom here. So we 1/2 multiply 5 square multiply 0.9356. So this one is basically 11.695. And then we'll do this small triangle as well. So it's same 1/2 multiply 5 square multiply sine 2.2064. Make sure you do all this. You already change your calculator in radian. If not, you couldn't get the correct answer. 0.589. Okay, so in order to get the area of shaded region, what I will do is I will take this one minus this one and minus this one. All right, so yeah, so I will just, okay, it's hang. So I will use the small area here to write up since it's hang already. So I will say shaded region equals to 25.2596 minus 11.695 minus the 10.0589. All right, just like this. Yeah, I used to put so many decimal because I hope my answer can be very accurate. But normally I will round off in my final answer, 0.0589. So basically I will get 3.5057. Or you can round off become 3.506 centimeter square. Okay, this is how we actually solve this kind of question. I hope it actually can help you to understand this one. Yeah, we still have vector, we still have this one. Yeah, still have two more questions. I think I will stop at probability distribution. We will not discuss about the section C. So yeah, because I don't think we have enough time for it. There's some people are watching right now. Okay, so let me see any comment on YouTube here. Yeah, only few students are watching right now because tomorrow is a BM exam. I guess this one do affect a little bit. Anyways, yeah, just let me continue about this vector question. Okay, this vector question basically, okay, it's not too bad. Okay, so first thing is we know OX equals to 3x. So I will just do a 3x here, which is OX. Okay, OY equals to 4y, and OA basically equals to 3AY. So I will solve this one first. So I know OA over AY equals to 3/1. So I know OA ratio AY equals to 3/1. So if this is 3, this is 1, total it will be 4y because the question says OY is 4y. So I should know this one should be 3y and then this one should be 1y. Okay, so yes, sometimes I give you this equation, I tend to change it into a ratio form. So it's easier for me to understand. And then these ones, okay, the question actually say y xc and cy. So with xc will be ratio 2, and then this one will be ratio 3. All right. So, okay, OD equals to this one. Okay. So we want to find OC. So before I find the OC, I'm trying to find maybe YC first. Okay. YC over here, we know it's 3 out of 5, isn't it, of OX. It will be 3 out of 5. Because this is take 3 part, here have another 2, you sum up should be 5 of YX. Because I can easily get YX, which is YO plus OX. Which is YO should be negative 4y plus 3x. then I can get this one, which is negative 12 over 5y plus 9 over 5x for YC. Okay, why do I want to find the YC? Because the question actually asked me to find the OC. So I know that OC equals to OY plus YC. It's very obvious. OY plus YC. If you want to find OC, it's just OY plus YC. Right, so yeah, OY is just normal, it's just 4y. And YC, we've just found it. It should be, then you should be minus 12 over 5y plus 9 over 5x. All right, so yeah, I will minus 4, 5, 20. I will get 8 over 5y plus 9 over 5x. This is OC. All right, so you will get 3 marks for this. Then the question actually asks you to, given that B is a midpoint of AX, so find OB. So the question basically asks you to find OB. So B is a midpoint. So I know here both of these is the same length. So since both of these is the same length, so I can say I will find AB first before I go to find OB. I want to find AB because I know AB equals to half AX. Correct or not? Because A to B, B is a midpoint, so definitely is half of it. Okay, so if I can easily find AX, which is AO plus OX. Okay, AO is basically negative 3y. OX is 3x. So this one is just negative 3 over 2y plus 3 over 2x for AB. And the question actually asked me to find OB. So I know OB basically equals to OA plus AB. So OA is basically equals to 3y plus AB. AB, I got it on the top here, so it'll be minus 3 over 2y plus 3 over 2x. So if I solve it, I can easily get my OB, which is 3 over 2y plus 3 over 2x. Okay, this is OB. Done. Okay, this is second part. So yeah, let me use this one to actually highlight all my final answer, OB, OC, something like that. Okay, so yeah, then then we will, then I will teach you about part C in few seconds. Let me reply a call. Sorry. Okay, so then and then this question actually asks you to find a point. If a point ACD is a collinear. Collinear means these 3 points were on the line itself. So that means I will actually trying to see for ACD. So the question trying to tell you AC and D is a straight line. Obviously, what I draw here, it doesn't look like a straight line, but it should be a straight line. So I'm trying to connect it AC and D. Okay, so I hope you can actually see it's sort of straight line over here. So yeah. So you will need to actually find the values of lambda. So since ACD is a collinear, then I will need to form an equation. But since we already used the lambda above, so I will not use the lambda again because we have the OD equals to lambda OX here. So what I will do it here is basically I will form the equation, which I think is easier to solve. I will say, do I have a sort of, I can easily get AC. Do we have AD? Let me see. A to D. Yeah, A to D should be. Is it possible to actually find AD? Okay. What do we have here? We have OD. Oh, we have OD on the top there. All right. So I will say AC and AD. Okay. So I will say AC. Since I cannot use the lambda, I'm going to use they call it mu. Okay, equals to mu, or actually just M, all right? AC equals to mu AD. Okay, you don't worry so much about mu. Mu is just something look like ratio. Okay, let me sorry. Oh, okay, basically what I'm trying to say is the mu over here is just the ratio. So what you should do over here is you have to do some substitution over here. So what I will do is AC I know basically equals to AO plus OC. All right, and then the mu is just a constant value. You just don't care so much about the mu here. And AD basically equals to AO plus OD. So what you should understand is you should know that we have the OA. OA is over here, which is OA equals to 3y. So for this question, AO and OA is just add a negative for it because we know that. And OC we already found over here. Yeah, this is our OC, which is 8 over 5y plus 9 over 5x. So we just do some substitution here. Plus 8 over 5y and then plus 9 over 5x. Yeah. So, okay, it's hang over here again, but I will just finish this one first. Okay, so the mu, I will write a mu here. This one is same thing, negative 3y. Plus the OD. OD actually, the question gives us what is OD. OD equals to lambda OX. And OX, we have the OX. We have the OX somewhere. Let me see what is OX. OX is 3x. All right, so yeah, it hangs so disturbing. Okay, so this one equals to mu OX. Sorry, this one equals to lambda OX. And OX, basically, we know OX is just 3x. Okay, so what I will do is I will solve the x with the x. So this one should be negative 15. Negative 15 will be negative 7 over 5y plus 9 over 5x. And then the mu I will multiply into the both here. So it equals to the negative 3 mu y. And then this one plus 3 lambda mu x. All right, so over here, you don't worry so much about all this unknown. So what you can do over here is you're comparing the x, the coefficient of x, mean all the number beside of x. So what I will do here is I will actually comparing the x here. When I comparing the x, I will get 9 over 5 equals to 3 lambda mu. All right, then I will do the same thing to comparing the y. Then I will comparing y, the value of y here. So comparing y, I will get negative 7 over 5 equals to negative 3 mu. So I can actually get the mu over here is just 7 over 15. Okay, so what I will do here, I will just substitute this one into this equation to find the lambda, because the question actually asked me to find lambda. So my lambda, this one will be 7 over 15. So I will get my lambda, this one is 21 over 15. So I will move to this side, is actually will become multiply 15 over 21. Okay, so over here I will just simplify this one, then I can get my lambda correctly. This one is divided by 5, so I get 3 here. Divided by 3, I get 7 here. So it should be 9 over 7 as my final answer. Okay, this is how actually we solve this kind of unknown lambda or mu. So yeah, so I hope you can actually get the idea how to do the comparing, because in mathematics, if you have two unknown, that's not possible you can solve in one equation. So if you only have one equation but you have two unknown, what you need to understand is basically you have to use the comparing method. This is the only way to actually solve two unknown in one equation. Right, so yeah, so let me just restart the OneNote and then we go to the one last question, then I will end the class today. Okay, then I will go to the last one, which is the probability distribution. All right, it's found 80% of students driving school pass their driving test. So that means I know P is 0.8. Okay, so Q is just 1 minus P, which is 0.2. And then if the sample 9 students from the school are selected at random, find the probability that. So I know total sample have 9. That means number of students is 9. So the n equals to 9. All the students pass the test. That means if I have x, I need to all pass. So x should equals to 9. Then I apply the formula. The formula will be NCR. and then p power of r q power of n minus r. Right, this is just the formula. So I will have 9c9 because in this case my r is 9. So I have 0.8 power of 9 multiplied 0.2 power of 0. This is 1, this is 1, so I only get 0.8 power of 9. So 0.8 power of 9, I will get 0.1342. Okay, this is the probability of students who pass all the tests because they want all the students. I have 9 students, all the students means R equals to 9. All right, less than 3 students fail. Okay, this one is a little bit tricky because here they say pass, but then over here they say fail. I'm going to teach you some logic over here. So they say less than 3 fail. Okay, less than 3 will fail. So you're trying to imagine if 2 students fail. If 2 students fail, how many students will pass? Because you have 9 students here. If 2 students fail, that means 7 students will pass. If 1 student fail, that means what? That means 8 students will pass. If 0 students fail, that means 9 will pass. Isn't it? Since I make my P as the student who pass, so I will actually use this one, 7, 8, and 9. Of course, if you can change your Q become your P become your Q, that means if you change fail as your P, then you can actually straight away do the less than 3. Mean P equal to 0.2 and Q equal to 0.8. Okay, but then if you cannot understand this, then you don't do this. This one is very easy. What you need to do is just do x equals to 7 plus x equals to 8. Then you plus x equals to 9. X equal to 9 we already found. So I will do 7 and 8 very fast. This one is just 9c7 and then 0.8 power of 7 and then 0.2 power of 2 plus 8. So with 9c8, 0.8, power of 8 and then 0.2 power of 1. So I will say it's 0.2 power of 1 plus the 0.1342 because x equal to 9 we already found. Then you will use the calculator to actually solve this one real quick. 0.8 power of 7 and then we multiply the 0.2 power of 2 and then plus 9c8 multiply 0.8 power of 8 and then multiply 0.2 power of 1. Yeah, means multiply 0.2 and then plus 0.1342. Okay, so I will get the final answer should be 0.7381. Okay, this is how we solve this question. So for this part, the fail word actually you need some logic to actually think about that. Okay, so yeah, let's move on to the part B. Okay, part B is a probability distribution. So basically, you will need to form a bell-shaped diagram or something like that. So the mass of the durian produced at a plantation follow a normal distribution at a means of 1200 gram and standard deviation 80 gram. So in this case, what I will do first is I will let X become the mass of the durian because it's easier for myself to understand. So I will let X become the equals to the mass of durian. Okay, so the question actually gives me the means equals to 1200 gram and my standard deviation equals to 80 gram. You should know both of this one is for you to find the Z value because formula for Z is basically X minus mean over standard deviation. So both of this one is basically for you to substitute into the Z formula over here. All right, so it's given that the durian with the mass 1350 gram or more will be exported while those durian between the 1000 to 1350 gram will be marketed locally. That means if the weight of the durian is more than 1350, you are going to export it. And between 1000 to 1350, they're going to sell it in Malaysia. I think this is what they're trying to say. Marketed locally means they are going to sell it in Malaysia. So if the durian is chosen at random, find a probability that the durian will be marketed locally. That means they ask about locally the mass have to be between 1000 to 1350. Then we know that we have to change it into the Z. And both of this one is our X value, right? So we have to minus our mean over our standard deviation. So this one we have to minus our mean as well over standard deviation. then we actually will get some negative value for the first one. So you will get negative 2.5, and then this one should be 150 divided by 80. This one should be 1.875. Okay, so then what you need to do is you have to solve the bell-shaped diagram for this one. Okay, this one, negative 2.5, I say somewhere over here, and 1.875, 1.875. All right, so this one will be the area of between. This one is the probability you need to find. So you should understand there's no way you can straight away find the exact value table from here. So the logic is you use the 1 to minus these two parts. I'm going to call here part A and this part as part B. So you have to use total. Total we know is 1 to minus a part A. What do we call about part A? Part A is probability for Z is less than negative 2.5. I said less and negative happen together. You should actually change this one to bigger. Then only you can find the Z value table. So this is Z bigger than 2.5. And then minus the part B. Part B, what do we call for part B? Part B is Z is bigger than 1.875, which you can already straight away find the Z value table. Bigger than 1.875. Okay, then of course I will find the Z value table. I hope it's somewhere here. Okay, so yeah, it's over here. Okay, so then I will find the 2.5. 2.5, basically the value is very, very small. It's basically 0.00. You will see the 0 square there, mean 0.0621. And then we minus again for 1.875. 1.875, okay, should be 0.0303. 0.0303. Then you use the calculator, you should be able to get the correct answer easily. 0.0621 minus 0.0303. Okay, so yeah, it should be 0.9635. Okay, so this one is the probability they are going to sell locally. Okay, find the number of durian they are not exported. Okay, not exported. So what I will do is I try to find the exported, and then I use 1 to minus. I use 100% probability lah. I say probability. I use 1 to minus the exported one, then I can get non-exported one. And then I will change that one into percentage, and then I'll multiply my 5,000 durian here. Okay, this is how I'm going to do. So the exported one, just now I say, the mass need to be bigger than 1350. We have the 1350 here. We know at the end we're going to get this one. So my Z value should be bigger than 1.875. And we just found 1.875, which is 0.0303. Now this one is exported, but then the question actually want not exported. So what I will do is, in order to get the X not exported, I will use 1 to minus this answer. Okay, so yeah, I will scroll down a little bit. So I will use 1 to minus 0.0303. Then 1 to minus 0.0303. Then I will actually get something like 0.9697. So since you have 5,000 durian, you should know probability is actually the percentage. The only difference is this one haven't multiplied 100%. So if you want to multiply 100%, you can do that. But then normally I will straight away multiply probability because it's the same idea. So not exported one will be, after I multiply, I will get 4848. So we have 4848 durian, which is not exported one, means only 152 durian we will export to other country, which the durian have the mass more than 1,350. Yeah, I hope actually you can understand this. Yeah, tomorrow will be SPM, and then tomorrow will be the first paper for PM. And I guess that's all for the class today. Okay, so first thing is I will stop the screen recording first. And then we'll stop the screen sharing. Yeah, I guess that's all for the class today. If there are any question before I end the virtual class, if you don't have, yeah, I guess you should go to prepare your BM paper, because your BM paper is tomorrow. And yeah, your AddMath should have 8 to 9 days more. Okay, so if there's nothing more though, I'll see you guys soon on my YouTube channel. I guess today is the last live class for this year. Next year, I'm not sure about my schedule and everything. So anyways, I hope you do learn something in this Pahang paper too. Okay, that's all for class today. Yeah, have a nice day and good night. Bye-bye.